first graders! So today we're going to be learning how to classify adjectives in sentences. Our goal at the bottom is I can recognize and classify adjectives in sentences. Here we go. So first, just a reminder, what is an adjective? Adjectives answer three questions. What kind, which one, or how many? I have some sentences at the bottom that I like to use if I'm not sure if a word is an adjective. I can put the word in the blank and see if the sentence makes sense. If it does, then the word is an adjective. If it doesn't, then it's not. So the first one says, the blank dog ran. Let's try the word hairy in this sentence. The hairy dog ran. That seems to make sense. So that tells me that hairy is an adjective. Now let's try the word quickly in the second sentence. Blank dogs ran. So I'm going to fill in the word quickly. Quickly dogs ran. Does that seem to make sense? I don't think it does. So that tells me that hairy is an adjective, but quickly is not. Quickly happens to be an adverb. All right, now moving on to classifying adjectives in sentences. So here's a sentence we are going to classify. Black dogs run fast. Here are the steps that we are going to go through to classify the whole sentence. The first four steps, read it, subject noun, verb, and adverb, are all steps that we've done before. I just added this fifth step about adjectives, so that's our new one that we'll have to focus on. So let's go through and review the old steps and learn the new one. So first step is pretty easy, and that is just read it. So let's read the sentence together. Black dogs run fast. Good, we did the first step. Second step is we look for the subject noun. Remember, a subject noun is who or what the sentence is about. I think our subject noun is dogs, because dogs is a person, place, thing, or animal, and it's what my sentence is about. So now I need to think to myself, are dogs, does that answer who or what? Well, I know dogs are not people, so that means it answers the question what. So I would say, what runs fast? And I answer dogs, subject noun. And I label it with the SN right above it for subject noun. All right, done with that step. Next is the verb. Verbs are action words. Which word in this sentence can you do? Run. So I'm going to ask the question, what is being said about, and I put in the subject noun, dogs. And then I answer with the subject noun and the verb. Dogs run. Verb. And I label it with a V for verb. So now I'm done with that step. Step number 4 is looking for the adverb. So let's see, I think fast is the adverb. So I need to figure out, does fast answer when, how, or where? I know it doesn't answer when because it's not a time. And I know it's not where because it's not a place. So I think it's how. So I would say run and then add my question word. How? And answer. Fast. Adverb. And I label it with ADV for adverb. Okay, and then last, I'm going to do the adjective. So my adjective can answer three questions. I only have one word left, black. So does it answer what kind, which one, or how many? Well, it's not an amount, so I know it's not how many. And if I said, which dog ran fast, I wouldn't say black. But if I said, what kind of dog, that would make sense to say black. So this adjective, black, describes what kind. What kind of, and then I add the subject noun. Dogs, black, adjective. And I'm going to add my new label for adjective, which is ADJ, for adjective. You can kind of hear it in there. All right, and now I'm done with step number 5. Okay, I've done all my steps and talked them out with you. Now I'm going to go ahead and do them without stopping. So I'll go through all 5 steps again, but this time I'm not going to stop to answer along. Instead, I'll just use my pencil to kind of point along to the words or the steps that I'm on. So first I start with read it. Here we go. Black dogs run fast. What runs? Dogs. Subject noun. What is being said about dogs? Dogs run. Verb. Run How fast. Adverb. What kind of dogs? Black. Adjective. Great job. So one thing you can do is you can rewind the video a little bit here and go on back and try it with me. All right, I'm going to move on to the last page. And the last page just has more examples. I put our steps up here at the top, just a little bit smaller so you can still see them in case you forgot. So remember, the first we're going to do is read it. So our first sentence says, 2 boys played later. First I find the subject noun, that's boys, so that's going to tell me who. Who played? Boys. Subject noun. Notice I always start with the subject noun even if it's not the first word in the sentence. Now the verb. What is being said about boys? Boys played. Verb. I notice that later, that's like a time, so that's telling me when they played. Played when? Later. Adverb. And then now I'm going to go back to the adjective at the beginning of the sentence. It's the word 2. I notice that tells me how many boys. How many boys? 2. Adjective. So because it's a number, that tells me how many. Let's try the whole thing together. You try it with me. First read it. 2 boys played later. Who played? Boys. Subject noun. What is being said about boys? Boys played. Verb. Played when? Later. Adverb. How many boys? 2. Adjective. All right, nice work. Next sentence. First we read it. Busy bees flew around. Find the subject noun. Who or what? What flew? Bees. Subject noun. I knew it wasn't who because it wasn't a person. Now for the verb. What is being said about bees? Bees flew. Verb. Flew, around. That tells me a place. Flew where? Around. Adverb. Now I go back to the adjective at the beginning of the sentence, our new kind of word. It's the word busy. I know it doesn't tell me how many bees, and I don't think it tells me which bees. So I think this one is what kind. What kind of bees? Busy. Adjective. All right, let's do the last sentence together and try not to pause. Try doing it with me. Here we go. First we read it. Sad babies cried loudly. Who cried? Babies. Subject noun. What is being said about babies? Babies cried. Verb. Cried how? Loudly. Adverb. What kind of babies? Sad. Adjective. Nice job, friends. Again, if you want to rewind the video here to go back and try any of those sentences again, you can. All right, good luck today, friends. You're going to be working in your workbook on adjectives for the first time. I believe it's page 21, but you'll want to check your slide to be sure. It has some sentences like this, but it also has the questions laid out for you, and you fill in the answers in the blanks. You'll remember doing that from when we did adverbs too. Have a great day. Bye, first grade.